hit record on Zoom so we can put this on YouTube. So we're recording now. So again, hi, I'm RT from Vortic Watch Company. We're live on Zoom. I'm going to keep everyone muted here in the room. And we're going to take this, record it, and put it on YouTube. So if you have a question about the military edition, that's what this is all about, the military edition and the 2020 special edition, please put your question in the chat. You can direct message me here on Zoom. You can email us. Bella's here sitting next to me. She can read your email and write down your question, and we'll get that answered towards the end. But at any time, if you have questions, just put it in the chat or send us an email to info@vorticwatches.com, and we will get that answered either here live or we'll just answer you via email after this. So let's dive in. So the basic timeline or outline of this video is we're going to talk first about the second edition, and that's the black case watch that we're making 50 of. And then we're going to talk about the special edition or the bronze case watch. And once we dive into those, we're going to then talk about how to order them. There's two ways. It's pretty simple, but I'm going to go through that, make sure there's no questions there about how to order. And then finally, just answer any frequently asked questions that you have overall. First off, though, I wanted to talk about why we're doing this. I mean, the why behind the product overall. And that is the Veterans Watchmaker Initiative. Now we're launching this watch on Veterans Day, which is Wednesday, November 11th at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Eastern. But the reason we're doing this is because the world needs more watchmakers. Vortic Watch Company needs more watchmakers. It's one of the biggest problems we have is we can't go fast enough. We can't grow our business because there aren't enough people with the skills needed to restore that piece of American history in here. We need to have enough humans on the planet with that skilled trade. And the Veterans Watchmaker Initiative not only helps us solve that problem, but they also teach predominantly disabled military vets how to become watchmakers. So to say that that is the perfect charity or nonprofit for us to work with as Vortic Watch Company would be an understatement. $500 from the sale of each watch goes to the school, veteranswatchmakerinitiative.org, if you want to learn more. We got a lot of information about them on our military edition website, vorticwatches.com/military. And that's why we're doing it. And so if you want to support that, $500 from each watch goes to them. But we also have an anonymous donor. You know who you are, you're probably watching. We have one of our best customers who offered to donate an additional $10,000 if we could help raise more than that. And so there'll be an option at checkout when you buy the military edition on Wednesday that you can add an additional $500 to your purchase or double your donation. So you would be donating $1,000. And this gentleman has graciously offered to match all of those up to an additional $10,000. And so if you do all that math, we could on Wednesday donate around $50,000, which would double our donation from last year. Last year we donated $25,000. And so you'll see that option at checkout. I'll put all kinds of information in the emails you'll get Tuesday and Wednesday morning. But just an FYI, that is coming. So let's dive into the second edition. If you received the email recently, you saw the biggest change is the red case tube. And I'm going to send an email tomorrow with, again, a recording of this video, but also with lots of pictures of this watch. So this is our second edition. Everything inside the watch is an original antique. The pocket watch movement dial and hands are all from the Hamilton 4992B. I'll hold that up. We'll do the best we can. I'll try to hold it up here for Instagram Live. That is a 16 size pocket watch that was made for the U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II. It's called the Master Navigator's Watch. And they were flown on all the B bombers during the European bombing campaigns. And it is the ultimate military history piece. And so we use that movement dial and hands. And the biggest change from last year, if you've seen all the images on the website, is again that red case tube. There's one other change, and I'll share some more about it. This is actually a prototype, and so it has drilled lugs, and it's going to be almost impossible to see on video here. We'll send some pictures. Just know that the second edition will have band bars, is what we call it. So it's actually a screw and bolt system that holds the case together with the strap. And so instead of just having a spring bar from the first edition, the second edition will have a band bar with a screw, which is a lot more solid connection. And you'll see that also in the second edition. So the final thing that we changed, because we added that red case tube, is we have 3 straps that come with each watch. And again, we'll share lots of pictures of those. But the black strap used to have white stitching. The new black strap has red stitching. And that red stitching, again, I'll share some pictures of the watch with the black strap with red stitching. The red stitching with that red case tube, it looks amazing. It kind of gives like almost a racing flair to the watch. A lot of people ask why we added the red case tube. It was inspired by the B bombers in World War II. They had red accents on the wings and the tail. So that's where that comes from. Besides the fact that it's really cool, that's actually why we did it. So that's everything you need to know about the second edition. That's what it is here. We have 50 of these that go on sale at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Wednesday. Price point is $5,995. Comes with 3 straps. You have that green one that you saw on my personal watch. That's your green vintage canvas. You have, again, the black with red stitching. That comes with the watch. And then finally, both the watches we're talking about today come with this strap. That's our bomber jacket leather. It looks and feels like a real vintage bomber jacket. A lot of people have chosen to switch to that one. And then both watches, and again, we'll send pictures of all this stuff, but both watches come with this for your nightstand. So you have a winding tool. You have it's called a C-clip. So this actually holds the watch with a mirror on it, kind of like a retail display. You have a tool that helps you change the strap. That's a screwdriver and a pusher. And then you have a space for the original case of the pocket watch. And I'll hold all that up here. We also have a slot that you notice there for the extra straps. So you can put, if I can figure out how to do this, do it like that. You can put your extra straps right there for safekeeping. And most of our first edition customers have chosen to put this on their nightstand. That's where I have mine. It works great to take care of the watch, and it's also a little display for your military edition watch. So that is the second edition, and everything I just showed you all comes in the packaging. We made an unboxing video of the first edition, and we'll put the link to that underneath me here on YouTube. If you want a link to that and you don't see it on YouTube, send us an email again, info@vorticwatches.com. Let's dive into the special edition. And long story short, we're making 50 of that second edition. We'll make 50 of those watches per year. They'll all look basically the same, black case, black dial, etc. We're going to keep trying to make 50 of those every year. Also, every year, we're going to come out with something fun and different. This year, we decided to put a bronze case on the special edition. And so that's what it looks like here. Solid bronze case. You got the drilled lugs with the band bars. We got a titanium case back, which kind of, contrasts from the bronze case. Did that for a few reasons. One is you really don't want bronze right against your wrist. It could cause, just with the patina, could cause some issues on your wrist. So we added titanium there to touch your wrist. It's just much better for long term. But we did a bronze crown on this watch. And then you'll notice the strap is a little bit different. It's kind of our beige canvas. And thank you, Greg Stevens, if you're watching from Greg Stevens Design, made all of these straps for us in Salt Lake City. So a few differences. This one obviously comes with different straps. The dial is very similar. Obviously bronze case, bronze crown. It will come with a bronze buckle. We're working on those right now. It'll come with a few buckles, the black and the bronze. And then the biggest difference, and it's gonna be really hard to see on video here, but there's a special engraving on the movement that's original to the piece, about 7 years old. And it says US government right on the movement. And those US government movements, it's the same Hamilton 4992B, but those US government movements, they only stamped that on the first, let's say 10% of the movements that they made for the US Army Air Corps. And they made about 100,000 of these movements in general, or in total rather. And so only 10% of them have that engraving. So this is a movement that's about 10 times as rare. And so finally, we're making 15 of these. And again, we'll send a lot of photos of this. We took photos of it on a wrist, so you can see that. I'll put one on here for the rest of the video so you can see what that looks like. But check all those out. 15 of these, so 65 total watches, go live at 8 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday. And this watch, the special edition, is $7,995. And again, just 15 of these being made, probably ever. We want to keep the special editions, obviously very special, limited, not to be made again, unlike the obviously first edition, second edition, etc. So that's the special edition. Let's dive into how to order. There's two ways. So at 8 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday, if I haven't said that enough, I'll probably say it a few more times, but 8 a.m. Mountain Time Wednesday, that's 10 a.m. Eastern. You will be able to order in two ways. One, if you're on the military edition waiting list, you will get an email at that time. Now keep in mind, I'm going to push send on that email myself, but email servers, I mean, it's got to go up into space and then come back. So it's going to take a minute or two for that to actually hit your inbox. Last year, we were getting emails at 8:02, 8:03 saying, hey, I haven't received it yet. You can certainly just wait for that email, and you'll be able to click from that email directly to the website and make your purchase. You can click either on the second edition, and there'll be pictures. Click here, real easy. Second edition with the black case, or special edition with the bronze case. You can click from the email directly to the website, or you can just go to vorticwatches.com/military. And right now, if you go to that link, you'll see the, sign up for the waiting list, enter your email address here. That bar on that website page at 8 a.m. will be replaced by two products. You'll see two pictures, and you can click on one or the other and make your purchase right there on the website. So you don't have to wait to receive the email. You can just go and to that, refresh your page at 8 a.m. Again, 8 a.m. in 30 seconds, 8:01 maybe, and make your purchase. A lot of people are saying, can we reserve one? Can we do something different? I mean, we're trying to go about this the most fair way we can. There are over 3,000 of you that say you want one of these and are on the waiting list, and there's only 65. So we couldn't think of a better way to do it than just tell everyone what time it happens. Put it on our website. Our website's built to handle that much traffic. Should be no problem. But please don't try to email us or call us at that time. We only have one phone and one human. And so we might be able to take one phone order, but the odds of you being that one person are pretty slim. So please just follow those instructions. Either wait for the email, click from there, or go to vorticwatches.com/military and make your purchase on or after 8 a.m. on Wednesday. So that's how to order. Finally, let me just run through some frequently asked questions. This is my personal watch. A lot of people talk about the size. It's 49 millimeters in diameter, 58 from lug to lug. You can tell if I hold it up right here, we angled the lugs to wrap around your wrist so that it would be more comfortable. We use titanium for all the components, so it is very light. And then, we worked with Greg Stevens again to make an amazing strap. The strap is fairly heavy. It's very thick, so it feels really nice on your wrist. I'm going to put it on my wrist just so you can see what that looks like. My wrist is slightly below average. I'm right about exactly 7 inches of circumference of my wrist, which for my research is just below average. Pretty fitting. I think I'm about just below average human in general. But that's what it looks like sitting up off the wrist. Again, very comfortable. It doesn't wiggle around too much. I'm going to send a bunch of pictures so you can see this and see it on the wrist. We have 50 of these already out in the world, the first edition. We have not had a single person complain about the size. They all love it. Most of them say they never take it off, and they never will take it off. that's just kind of leads me into another question, is the durability. You know, can you wear this every day? We get that question a lot. I mean, it was a pocket watch. You know, is it really made for a wristwatch? All that kind of stuff. First of all, these pocket watches were made for the U.S. Army Air Corps. They were flown on all the B bombers. If you've ever seen videos or, you know, even movies of what it was like to sit in a B bomber, it was intense. They were made to withstand vibration and not normal day-to-day activities. And so they can withstand what in 2020 our day-to-day is. I wear mine every single day. The only time I take it off is to play golf, mostly because I'm not very good at golf. And so it takes me like 100 shots to get around the golf course. And that's 100 times that I'm doing this. So, you know, I just take it off just in case. And I've also taken it off to rock climb, mostly because I'm fairly clumsy and I might hit it on a rock. And in general, I'm much more concerned about the glass on the face when I'm talking about those kind of things. We have not had any issues of people breaking their watches. Besides, you know, I'm sure we've at some point we've had people drop watches onto cement. I don't care how good your watch is. If it hits cement from like 5 feet, there's going to be an issue. Bottom line on all of that is we're going to take care of you. If you ever have an issue with this watch at all, whether it's in warranty or not, we're going to take care of you. We're going to fix it. We're going to send it back. We stand behind all of our products, and we would not make it if we couldn't service it. So don't worry about that at all. Obviously, if you have any other questions or deeper questions about any of that stuff, just let us know. Again, info@vorticwatches.com. Hit us up with any questions at any time. We'd love to help. Price, I'm going to just say it one more time. We have the second edition. This is the black case. We're making 50 of these. It's $59.95, $5,995. We're making 50 of those. And then we have the special edition, making 15 of these special edition watches. And those are $79.95, $7,995. A lot of people ask about discounts, especially military discounts. There's only one discount always on vorticwatches.com, and it's just the word military. So if you type in the word military at checkout, it will give you 10% off on this product and all products all the time. So please use that. Thank you for your service. If you're in the military or have formerly served, then please use that code. That is for you. We will email you just to verify your service or former service after you use that code, but it's really an honor system thing. So we'd like to think that people would use that wisely. Again, code, it's just the word military, and it's available to any member or former member of the military. Use code military for 10% off. As far as delivery and when we're going to ship these watches, we're currently making them right now. I'll send some pictures and some video out in the emails that you'll get across the next few weeks. We like to share as much of that how it's made process as we can. We've already assembled a few of them, and they're in testing. So some of you, probably the first people that order, might get them in December. But just to under-promise and hopefully over-deliver, we're saying January or February of 2021. So we just need a couple of months to figure this out. Last year, it took us about 6 months to ship all of them. This year, it's the second time around. We're getting a lot better at it. So we're hoping to ship the last one in February at worst case. But I would plan sometime in January, February, you will get it. If you are buying this watch for yourself or for somebody else as a Christmas present or a holiday present, please know it will not, I cannot guarantee that it will be delivered by the holidays. We will not make that promise because we really try to under-promise and over-deliver. So plan on January or February for delivery. A lot of people ask, can I buy it if I'm outside of America? You absolutely can. Your checkout process will be a little bit different. So it's going to, ask you if you'd like to pay, your import taxes and all that kind of stuff up front. It'll ask you, what type of delivery service you want, all of that. That's a fairly involved process and is a little bit different and definitely takes a longer time for checkout. So if you're nervous about that, if you're outside of America and you really want one of these, please shoot us an email, again, info@vorticwatches.com, and we'll send you some screenshots of what that's going to look like and just help make sure you have all the information that you need. Next question is financing. So do we offer financing on the watches? And we partnered with a firm. And if you go to any of our products, so if you go to vorticwatches.com/watches and you click on any of the products that you see there, there'll be a little pre-qualify now button that you can click on, and that takes you to a firm. And a firm is a third party for us. I'm sorry, but we have no control over them. You can apply for financing. You can pre-qualify yourself now. I would definitely recommend that. And then you just choose a firm at checkout. We did negotiate with them a 0% APR for up to 12 months for at least $8,000 if you want to do the special edition. So there is financing available, 0% for those that qualify. But again, that's a third party. That's with a firm. I would, again, really strongly advise you to try to pre-qualify for that. If you have questions, feel free to hit us up. We'll probably just direct you to the firm's website to learn more. A lot of people are asking, what if I don't get one this year? There's thousands of people that want it. There's only 65 watches. It's a fair question. If you do not get one, if you miss it by a little bit, if you know, today's or this year's not the right year for you, that's totally okay. We're going to make at least 50 of these every year, but we only make them and sell them on one day, and it's Veterans Day. So your next chance will be 12 months from Wednesday, and you'll have another chance at purchasing it. If you'd like to be added to our list, and we're going to try to keep track of people who really wanted one but didn't get one, and we'll try to do something special for you, maybe give you a heads up and things like that next year. Maybe, you know, honor this year's price. The price of these is going to go up every year just because it costs a lot more to make them every year as we literally start to run out of pocket watches and have trouble finding them. So we'll do the best we can to make sure you get one next year. Please, if you miss it, just let us know, and we'll do everything we can to make sure we get you one of the next batch. A lot of people asking, how else can we support the Veterans Watchmaker Initiative? You know, and thank you for that. They do some wonderful work there. We're actually flying to Odessa, Delaware tomorrow, and we're going to do the launch on Veterans Day with the team there and celebrate with them. We are going to launch a special and limited edition T-shirt, the Military Edition 2020 T-shirt. If you purchase that shirt, you'll see links to it in tomorrow's newsletter email, and on Wednesday you'll get more information about it. If you purchase that shirt, 100% of the proceeds of that will be also donated to the school. And then you can just go straight to their website if you want to cut us out and just donate to them, veteranswatchmakerinitiative.org. We'll put links everywhere. If you want to make a donation, we really appreciate that, and we appreciate you. And then, yeah, it looks like we got a question in the chat, and I'm down to my last question. So if you have any other questions, please email us, info@vorticwatches.com, or put them in the Zoom group chat right here, and I will answer them. Somebody asked the inspiration behind Vortic and the products and really the brand. Thank you for that question. I get it a lot. I love it. Vortic watches is like Vortex and TikTok, a beautiful clash of old and new. We salvage and restore antique American pocket watches and preserve them inside engineering systems that turn them into wristwatches. And that's what it is. Everything on the inside is about 100 years old. In this case, the World War II pocket watches are about 70 years old. Everything on the outside is made here or somewhere else in America, preserving that piece, in this case, piece of military history. So that's where the brand came from. Tyler, my business partner, that's his wrist over my shoulder here. He and I had this idea on the golf course at Penn State University back in 2011. We launched the company on Kickstarter in 2014 and did some crowdfunding for that. Had another question. Can you just hold the watches up again to see them? Great question. I would love to. Let's start with, and this will probably round us out, the second edition. So again, everything inside of here is a 24-hour dial, original hands, and original movement. That is a Hamilton 4992B, was a pocket watch flown on all of the U.S. Army Air Corps bombers in World War II, master navigator's watch. It was used by the navigators. Biggest difference, again, with the second edition is that red case tube at the top there. I had somebody hold up, or had somebody tell me that it looks like the safety's off with that red case tube. And I can't describe how much validation that was. That was really cool. I agree. It's really, I just love it. I'm going to hold it up here for Instagram. We have a red case tube, black case. That is the second edition. Again, making 50 of those. And then finally, we have the special edition. And make sure you're on the wait list. Make sure you're on our email list. If you just go to vorticwatches.com/military, you can sign up for that list and you'll get a ton of pictures of these, up close pictures of it on the wrist tomorrow morning. We just took a whole bunch of photos of these and we'll share them. So biggest difference here, obviously we have the bronze case, raw titanium case back, a much more rare movement, 10 times as rare. It has that US government stamp on it, so 10 times as rare of a movement. And then the special strap made just for this watch, never to be made again. And finally, only 15 of these. This is called the 2020 Special Edition. And I'll hold it up for Instagram again. And then we have one more question. He said, caught me in stumbling on my words. And I'm talking about this one. I said, I will probably never make this again. We will definitely never make this again. We have so many ideas for different special editions of the military. Obviously, I think I added the word probably because we do make a lot of stuff with bronze cases. I really like this strap. I'd love to implement a strap similar to this in future products, but this is one of 15 and that's it. They are serial numbered 1, 2, 3 of 15, and that is the 2020 Special Edition. So there you have it. And that looks like all the questions that we have. I got a couple other questions that look like things we can answer offline. I'm going to wrap up here. Again, this is RT coming to you from Vortic Watch Company. We're talking about the Military Edition 2020. We talked about today the second edition of 50 pieces and the special edition of 15 pieces. Please go to vorticwatches.com/military to learn more and add yourself to the wait list. And again, one more time, I'm going to say how to order. You can either wait for our email. Once you sign up for that email list, you'll see it at about 8 a.m. on Veterans Day, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. Or if you don't want to wait for that email and you want to just go to the website, it's vorticwatches.com/military, and you can refresh your page at 8 a.m. and click one of those links to make your purchase. So that is the Military Edition 2020 by Vortic Watch Company. And finally, one more time, any questions anytime, email us info@vorticwatches.com. Have a great day. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service.